Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority app guy, and it's about that time of month to round up the best new Android games. If you want to check out any of these games for yourself, you can find those links in the video description below. Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location is the latest game in one of the most popular horror franchises in gaming. You'll find yourself in a familiar position as a security guard who must keep watch over some possessed animatronics without getting yourself killed. There are also some new mechanics laid over the top to give you an additional challenge. Along with the 5 nights of standing guard, there is also a mini-game, multiple endings, and a custom night. It's $2.99 with no in-app purchases. Geometry Dash World is a simple little platformer game. You'll play as a little square and your goal will be to jump around, avoid obstacles, and make it to the end. It also has a pretty decent soundtrack, some fun mechanics, and a practice mode if you need help. You can also play user-generated levels, play daily quests, and a whole lot more. This is also one of the few decent games that is also free to download with no in-app purchases. Grumpy Cat's Worst Game Ever is a clear attempt to cash in on an internet meme. Thankfully, the game is actually pretty fun. It features a variety of mini-games that you can play to pass the time. There's a fishing game, a board chopping game, a whack-a-mole game, and several others. It also has some delightful chiptune music along with leaderboard support. It's nothing deep or huge, but it's a good way to kill some time. The Little Fox is an infinite runner with a unique premise. The developers boast that it's the first infinite runner to use a hexagonal playing field. That means you'll have more than just a couple of directions that you can go. It features simple controls, colorful graphics, and an adorable little fox as a main character. It runs pretty well and it's fun to play, however some have complained about the advertising and there are a few bugs here and there. Capcom released the first 6 Megaman games on Android. These are the ports of their originals, and they are the original games just with touchscreen controls laid over top. All 6 games cost the same and none of them have in-app purchases. Unfortunately, all 6 games do have some frame rate issues that Capcom claims to be looking into. Assuming these get fixed, they are all excellent platformers for mobile. If not, then it was wrong to put these games on this list and I sincerely apologize. Bookoo Jera is a platformer where you play as a whale. Apparently, aliens have invaded Earth and human technology can't stop them. Thus, your job is to smash buildings as a giant whale for some reason. Weird logic aside, the game is actually pretty fun. It features colorful graphics, easy controls, a couple of different play modes, and a lot more. It's a freemium game, but it's also one of the lesser aggressive titles that we've seen. It's good for killing some time. Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic is a port of the classic PC game of the same name. Your goal will be to jump into a scenario and build a theme park that meets the expectations. This version comes with both Rollercoaster Tycoon and Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. You can buy additional DLC through in-app purchases. It features pretty much everything that the original games did, except for this one is played with touch controls. It was a classic then, and it'll be a classic on Android soon enough. Star Wars Force Arena is a card collecting game featuring everyone's favorite galaxy from far, far away. In this title, you'll be tasked with collecting up to 80 characters which can then be used to do combat. It features a freemium style combat system, support for co-op play through guilds, and a play system that rewards players for putting apropos characters together. It's a freemium game through and through, but that can be fun for some people, at least for a little while. The Walking Dead Season 3 is the latest chapter in a long line of successful titles from Telltale Games. Like its predecessors, you'll be playing through a selection of the Walking Dead comic book. The graphics, animations, and voice acting are all on par with the prior titles. However, gameplay seems to be a little buggy right now, and we're sure that Telltale Games will fix this eventually. For those who are still interested, the game is $4.99 for the first season, and then you can buy additional seasons as in-app purchases. War Friends is a fun little social shooter. You'll play as some ridiculously cartoonish characters along with friends and against enemies. It features a 1v1 PvP mode as well as a standard PvP mode with other players. You can also invite friends to play through the campaign mode and online co-op mode. It's a whole bunch of fun, but the only bad news is that the in-app purchases can wreck an otherwise engaging online PvP experience. Otherwise, it's not half bad. And that about does it for this one, folks. If you want to keep watching, we have the latest Android Apps Weekly show linked up there on the screen and in the video description below, and it's a great place to check out the latest Android apps news. You can check out any of these games if you want to using the links provided in the video description below, and don't forget to keep it tuned to Android Authority because we are your source for all things Android. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.